Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. Let's hope the audio working this time. I taped the whole hour gossip chat. Whole volume was not working. Pissed me off the high heavens. So I'm gonna record this reunion in pieces so that if it's not working in between, I know before I've been sitting talking and chit chatting for an hour, it ain't no volume on it. Okay, if you have not done so already, please come over to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. I have to center myself because I was so frustrated. But okay, it's a brand new day. Thank God for mamas and best friends to fix your spirit and to help center yourself. Okay, you can also follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. The link to all my social medias, my email address, my PO box, all that stuff is in the description box below every single video. Just go ahead and check it out. Okay, you can also like, comment, and share this video. Okay, so this is the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 12 Reunion Part 2. Okay, and we see it left off right where, well, it began right where the last one left off. Portia was saying, I got receipts to prove that Kenya was talking about Cynthia, okay? She was talking about Cynthia, saying she was going to go after Cynthia, that she was going to get Cynthia, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, really? We see the receipts that Portia claimed was some bull crap, okay? It wasn't even really anything. All it was a fake receipt. You cannot take to the store and return anything. That is not a proof of purchase, okay? It was just a text conversation where Portia had texted Kenya, asking Kenya did she watch one episode of the show where Cynthia was defending Eva. Okay, did you see that, Kenya? Girl, I saw it. I just wish that Cynthia would defend me like that. That's all it was. Portia then say, no, but you then called, we was on the phone talking, and on the phone you said that you was gonna get her back. I say, bitch, you said, the text said, you can't tell me your receipt is something that we don't see any, you know what I'm saying, ain't no paper trail. So my thing is, it was a fake receipt. And Cynthia then said, look, I am friends with Kenya, I am friends with Eva, I'm cool with them both. And when they is beefing with between each other, I tend to not want to get involved because I don't give a fuck, okay? They then said, was that the same for you and Nene? So, Cynthia brings up, at one time, me and Nene was very, very close. Okay, we have both done things to hurt each other. Here goes Cynthia. Nene. I don't believe that. That's not true. That how Nene will not accept any wrongdoing on her part. She loves to point the finger, and her fans love to help her point the finger. Oh, heifers. Okay. Anyway. Nene do say, like, we used to be close. It's a baby steps now, you know what I'm saying, to see where things may be later, okay? Now we see everyone's had a baby. And usually babies make everybody calm. Not this bunch. Cynthia has 2 bonus daughters, which she gained with Mike daughters and everything. And she brings up how, they're getting along well. They're all quarantining together in LA. They asked Cynthia, how did things go, when y'all saw the episode of y'all sitting in front of Mike's daughter talking about the sex and everything, you know what I'm saying? And she like, you know what, it looked worse than what it was when we watched the show back. We did cringe a little bit, but at the same time, we also don't shelter the girls to where we can't joke with them, you know what I'm saying, joke about things around them. I get her saying, like, you know what I'm saying, we don't really act as if we can't joke about things including sex. Like, they're not 10. They're all old or whatever. Marlo has her 2 nephews and everything. You know what I'm saying? She brings up how she's had them for a whole year and how her life has completely changed. Nene used to Marlo used to always be shopping for herself, and now she don't shop as much. She shop for them boys and everything. Kenya brings up how much she loves her daughter and have her daughter, her life, whatever, and she's happy. Portia brings up how, they say, Portia, your daughter, has like a little shady face at all times or whatever. I know she does, what I'm saying? When I was younger too, I was real quiet, you know what I'm saying? I would not be as happy-go-lucky, whatever, so hopefully when she grows up, she'll be like me. Now, Andy asked Portia, which means the viewers ask this question, how her and Kenya used to be really, really friendly. Her and Kenya at the beginning of the season got along well or whatever, but things changed through the course of the season. Portia says, it's because we was great before it was good or whatever, but I would have been fake you know what I'm saying, if I would have continued to keep going that way or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and ignore Kenya out here acting like the old Kenya at every single turn and being shady. So yes, I was shady in my interviews. Kenya then said, well, look, I feel like once Nene came back, it was just shocking to see Portia be so shady all of a sudden. Like it's as if I did something to her. Okay? To her. Not meaning I didn't do nothing, but I didn't do nothing to her. Okay? At the end of the day, both Kenya and Portia were being shady to each other. We see the flashback of Kenya being shady, saying how Portia be showed, what Dennis meant by doggy style because of the rumors that he was out here giving himself fucking dogs. And Portia being shady, saying how Kenya hair is natural under her wigs. Okay, I'm looking like, they both don't have a reason to be petty towards the other woman because they both shady. So I'm like, Portia can't be more mad, and Kenya can't be more mad. But Portia, in my opinion, seems to feel like she has the reason or the right to be more upset with Kenya. I think they both are shady, and shady times shady cancels each other out. Okay, not anything as Kenya if she faked or, made up the story about her, Shamia, and the labor thing or whatever. And King says, no, I posted receipts of the text conversation. And you know what I'm saying? I think it was more of a misunderstanding than anything else. I'm saying, and now things are awkward or whatever, but I would love for our girls to have play dates, okay? And we then see the receipts, okay, which was better than Portia's receipts. So we see back on September 6th of 2018, hey lady, do you ever feel hiccups? Because I don't. No, it's funny because everyone asks me that. But I just don't. I woke up wet this morning and not just a little discharge. So I'm walking into the doctor so they can tell me if I just pissed myself or if my sack is leaking. Oh my God, are you there now? Yes. Are you scared? Where's your husband? Do you need me to come where you are? Where are you? They said it was pregnancy discharge. I'm fine. That's so sweet of you. And she said, oh, okay, good. So clearly there was an exchange between Shamia and Kenya. I agree with Kenya. It was more of a miscommunication, but the text do show Shamia and Kenya did have a conversation about Shamia water break or her thinking her water broke and her going to the doctor, to the hospital, and Kenya asking, do you want me to come down there? Kenya was actually factual. Again, it was more of a misunderstanding. That was from 2 years ago. Shamia was talking about when she actually went into labor, whereas Kenya was thinking about the time when she thought she was in labor from 2 years ago. So, it doesn't really matter. But Portia acting as if Kenya's a liar. She's always a liar. Whatever, you the queen. Want always making up stuff. Yes, I am. I am the makeup queen. Not your face, just making up shit. Who knows? But it was funny when Kenya kept saying, why does Portia keep calling me a bitch? Girl, hush, because you up here, you called Tanya, I'll see you next Tuesday, but you up here calling you a bitch. That is true. You cannot be mad about a bitch. You called her a cunt, okay? And now we're on Kenya and all her shade all this season, okay? So they're asking you, why do you act surprised, okay? When all your shady actions have consequences. You do shady things and you get surprised when someone has a reaction to your action, okay? Look, I just feel like I match other people's shit. I feel like I have fun shade, but I'm always matching what someone gave to me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get why they be having an issue with it. Kenya, I call bullshit. Sometimes she is matching shade for shade, but the whole Tanya Cookie Lady thing, that was seeing too much. That's the only time I feel like Kenya went too far. Okay, so matching shade for shade, cool, I get it, but not with the Cookie Lady. The Cookie Lady and the wig was two different levels of shade, okay? It was like, nah, I don't get that. Now, Marlo then say, what about you coming to my event with a band? Was that fun shade? Was that shade for shade? Can you then say it was fun shade? Okay, was it fun shade when Portia Shamia was at my hair event, drinking and laughing, drinking out of the display bottles and laughing and making fun of my products, whatever. Was that fun shade? Well, I wasn't drinking out the bottle. That was Shamia. That was me. Kenya look, I feel like, at the event for Marlo, everyone was laughing. It was funny at first, okay? It was funny at first. And even though Cynthia tried to defend Kenya, Cynthia, shut up. I appreciate Candy. See what I'm saying? Look, it was funny, but it wasn't fun shade. I mean, that's the truth of the matter, okay? It wasn't fun shade, but it damn sure was funny, okay? They then get into, you know what I'm saying, when Marlo, keeps on, Kenya mama did not want her. Marlo, what if someone told your nephews that their mother did not want them? Well, look, I said that years ago. Why does it keep coming up? No, Marlo, you said it in this season on the couch at your event. Okay, you said it about my mom and about my husband. Whatever. Well, whatever. You be having a different man every season, bitch. I'm like, what that got to do with the price of water in China? That ain't what nobody's talking about or whatever. Can you then say we've never even seen you with a man on the show except that one that you and Nene was sharing? I said, oh shit, okay. In walks this, not in walk, but this is the guy. This is the guy from either 8 seasons or 8 years ago, who we seen on the show with Nene. Okay, with original Faith. Well, Nene may have had one teeth fixing surgery at that point in time, but Nene was dating this dude. They was on the show together, whatever. He was courting her. He gave her jewelry and all that kind of stuff or whatever. And allegedly, he had, at one point in time, courted Marlo too. Okay? So technically, they both shared a dude. And I mean, they both banged him, but they both, was in his presence doing things and dating him. That's kind of weird or whatever. Bitch, don't bring me into y'all bullshit. Don't bring me into y'all bullshit. I ain't got time for that. You can't keep no man, your man be social distancing from you, whatever. I'm like, girl, why the ugliest bitches always come for the pretty one? I'm like, I mean, is Nene the ugliest bitch on the show? Kenya seems to think so. That Nene's the ugliest bitch and she's the pretty one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why the ugliest one keep coming for the prettiest one. Fuck you, bitch. Okay, fuck you, bitch. Kenya then said, buy fake chin, buy fake cheeks, buy fake nose. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. It's all fake on Nene. Whatever, bitch. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got bad skin. Oh, here she go. The Ghostwriter Reeves. I say Ghostwriter Reeves. Girl, Andy then asked Kenya, you always say that no one should come for someone else's business, but you always seem to come for other people's. And you went to Marlo's event and called the scene. Is that right? Kenya then said, well, Marlo kept speaking down about my business. She kept talking my business or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. At the end of the day, Andy and them is right. Kenya will say no one should come for my business, but Kenya will come for others' business. And I think anything that Kenya, Marlo do to each other, it's almost a level playing field because they both go hard at each other when they need to, when they want to. So, I mean, I don't really care. Now, they then ask Kenya, well, why did you call Tanya a see you next Tuesday? Okay, look, I was angry. Okay, I was very, very angry. I know that she didn't deserve it. I do apologize, whatever. It was wrong, but I was just angry in that moment. Tanya then said, you know what? She always defends her actions, and she just had no choice but to feel bad about that. I usually like Tanya. I really, really do. But I feel like Tanya is here on Team Nene, and Tanya isn't Team Tanya. I think she wants to go more at who Nene don't like because she wants to be Team Nene. And I feel like during the season, Tanya was more neutral. I don't know, because I'm like, people really be forgetting how bad Nene treats them, and they just like be on her side, but I digress, okay? They then get to ask Nene, you said that Kenya deserved what happened to her in her marriage to Mark. You know what I'm saying? Do you do to her bringing around the cookie lady? Do you still believe that? Kenya then says, well, does that mean that Nene deserved Greg to have sex with the help? I said, what? We then see the clip of Nene on, lip service with Angela Yee, where she's saying how, she found out that Greg and someone from the help was out here, you know what I'm saying, at least having inappropriate conversations that Nene did not know about. We know it, yes, I deserve it, I guess, yes, I deserve it, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but who is your man messing with? Kenya? I don't know. We separated. He could be doing whatever. All I know is if he on a date, I don't care, but I do know is he ain't calling my housekeeper. I said, girl, I feel like I don't even think Nene and Greg still had sex. I think they both out here swinging, okay, with other people. So we get into the whole cookie lady issue. So Kenya say at first, you know what I'm saying, she was not talking about Tanya when they was in Canada, and she was like, what have you know or what have you heard about somebody's spouse or other person, cheating? I wasn't specifically talking about Tanya at first, okay? Tanya then say, no, Kenya was absolutely being intentional with her information. She came trying to shoot a gun, but the gun was blank. You know what I'm saying? I had nothing to hide about me and Paul, so I don't know what she was coming for me. Now, we do know that Cynthia said that she did tell Tanya while in Canada about the cookie lady in Kenya. So that's what made Kenya know that when Tanya came back to the States and put out the wig trying to be shady, she was doing that in response to what Cynthia told her, and her thought that Kenya was coming for her. Now, can you bring up how, yes, I wear a wig to protect my own hair. It is what it is, okay? I'm like, girl, I don't really care. Now, Tanya then said, you was the one in a sunken place, because Mark got a whole, bunch of holes at his bar in New York that you don't want to talk about, whatever, but you keep coming for me and my man or whatever, and it was just some bullshit. I'm looking like, this is a dumb conversation. The cookie lady was a dud, period, but I do agree with both Tanya and Kenya. Kenya was talking about Tanya, period. Tanya was trying to get back at Kenya, period. It's just that Tanya tried to get back at Kenya, and her shade wasn't enough shade, and Kenya went DEFCON 10, okay? Portia then asked, well, Tanya, do you think Kenya had help with the whole cookie lady, bringing to the brunch and all that stuff? Now, I don't think she had help in bringing the girls to the brunch, but I do think Cynthia knew about things, whatever. Cynthia also knew that it was wrong, okay? And that's why Cynthia tried to put me up on game, because she knew it wasn't right, okay? It's just kind of crazy. Eva then said, yeah, but when the cookie lady came to the brunch, okay, we did try to get you out of there. Well, Eva, you have to hush. You can't talk because you were there eating her cookies. And she said, yes, I ate her cookies. It was good. I was pregnant. You can't act as if a pregnant woman eating cookies is crazy. Kenya then brings up, well, no, Cynthia's innocence and she didn't have anything to do with what I did or whatever. I'm saying that's not what it was. Portia then points out on the after show, Cynthia has said that she was going to have the cookie lady come to Brooklyn's birthday party to tell Tanya about the whole situation. It was weird because she never explained why. All she said, what you saying, I was, upset that Tanya just never spoke up and said how both me and Eva were supportive at the brunch. She made it seem as if, we just let her sit there and get, ganged up on by Kenya and that lady, and the show didn't show these other things, and Tanya did not bring up how we were supportive. And Eva made a great point. She said, Tanya is trying to be friends with Nene. She's not going to defend us in any way. That's very, very true. They then asked Candy, well, why did you not want to speak on the whole incident with the Candy lady on your speak on the thing? Well, because I didn't care. I didn't care, whatever. I don't get why people wanted me to have an opinion on a situation that I wasn't there for, whatever. I just did not care about it. Well, no, with Candy, that's not fair. It's about principle. If it was me, you would be upset too. No. You cool, Tanya, you cool. I'm saying, I had the same issue years ago when Cynthia brought someone around that I did not know, but the person knew Todd, okay? And she came around talking cash shit about my man, and I had to stand up for myself. And we seen the scene of, it happening or whatever. So, you have came into this situation. You came into this group or whatever. You have to stand up for yourself. I can't rescue you. Say, I don't need you to defend me. And I'm like, I think you do. Tanya felt like she wanted everybody to be upset with Kenya for doing it versus checking on girl by her man. It is what it is. So we get some lightheartedness the reunion. They asked Candy about, her and Blaze, and before Blaze was born, Candy felt like, well, I still have, this connection, this bond with my daughter, saying that I didn't care for that month. Like, will it be the same connection with her being born via surrogate? So they asked her if she, has had any issues with that since Blaze was born, okay? And she said no. Blaze is here. I have a special connection with her. It's just as good as it was with Ace and with Riley, so there was no issue there. She brings up how Kayla and Todd are doing good. You were saying Kayla and Todd are talking on a regular basis. I said, well, that's good. Kayla is stuck in New York because of the whole shutdown, because of the package situation. She brings up how Todd and Mama Joyce are getting along now. She thinks since baby Blaze was born, they're, have just been getting along and everything. You know what I'm saying? They then get on Eva and her changing her daughter's last name. Her daughter, Marley Ray, technically her bio father is Kevin McCall. Okay, Michael Sterling is Marley's dad, even though he is not her birth dad. That is her father, period. Okay, and so she brings up how things have been very difficult with donor dad or whatever, Kevin McCall, because he's a little bit crazy. And he tried to go to Harvard and get child support. He tried to get the last name change. So he's been very bothersome. He went to court, got into a whole fight with a cop there, whatever. So it's been a lot of things going on. She admits, when she met him, it was around the time she was just free loving. Just, out just, having fun. You know what I'm saying? As young people in their late 20s do. And she brings up how they got together really fast. Okay, they were not even really in a committed relationship at the time, whatever. And then she ended up pregnant, which made them kind of be more committed. She admits that she was just naive back then. She had seen warning signs, little red flag that he was abusive and he was a negative person, but she just ignored it and felt like, he would never, beat me and, do that to me or whatever. But he did. It's like I suffered a silence, you know what I'm saying, for around a year and a half. Until the one time he beat her so bad that the police were called and they came and told her, like, you have to, you have to press charges on him because this is really bad. So that's when she pressed charges or whatever. And she's like, that was 5 years ago. Like, now my life is completely different. She brings up how it's very hard for her to talk about because she still feels guilty about what she went through, and she kind of still blames herself in one way or the other, even though it's not her fault at all. But she said the best thing of the whole situation was that she got her daughter. She's like, I look back on it and I wouldn't change it because I got, my little red sunshine. And she starts to cry and get emotional, and then she needs a minute because she's like, I just hate talking about him. And I think people who have never been beaten or abused don't get how we don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it brings up old emotions and things that you just kind of have either gotten over or you haven't gotten over, and you just don't want to keep reliving it. And I think hers is different because she's having to relive it on TV and it'll play out. And I feel like her issue is still like the bullshit ain't over because at any moment he can come with some more bullshit trying to mess with her. So again, it's just hard if you haven't been physically abused and you don't know how it is. So I think that's why she always would get so pissed at, Nene and them or whatever, who would kind of joke about, Kevin being dangerous. They don't know what she went through because again, she hasn't, allowed them to know her pain yet. So we have to be careful, what we say and ask people when we don't know, they pass. Okay, and now we get to Portia and Dennis Cheatgate. Okay, so we seeing all the little flashbacks of Kenya, Nene, and Marlo all joking about Dennis possibly having sex with a dog. Okay, and I'm like, so why was Portia only upset at what Kenya said initially? I feel like both Marlo and Nene was just as shady about her relationship. So it's weird that Portia likes to point the finger at Kenya, like, well, you talked about my relationship, but so did Nene and so did Marlo. So I digress. Anyway, so they ask, like, well, what's going on with you and this now? We good now? You know what I'm saying? We quarantined together right now? We're in a good space right now. So they then ask, well, at one point in time, earlier, within the season or whatever, there were more allegations about Dennis being out at night at dinner with some women. And when you were on Watch What Happens Live, you kind of just like did not want to talk about it then. So, what's going on with that? Well, at that point, whatever, I did not want to talk about it. I was upset about things or whatever, but I knew that he had went out that night or whatever. I knew that. But what I did not know was after going to the club, he would be going out to dinner with some female friends who I knew. Okay. I knew them or whatever, but he did not tell me that was happening. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't know. And then they posted pictures, which made it look worse or whatever. I said, well, that's very true. Annie then asked Candy, like, why was it that you were not, you know what I'm saying, speaking about Portia's relationship with this? Was it because that you and Portia are trying to get back in a better space, or is it because you just feel like she's in a bad relationship with her at that point and discussing it? She's like, well, no, I do feel like because me and Portia are trying to get better or whatever and stay in a good place, and I just felt like I should not have an opinion on her relationship with Dennis, you know what I'm saying, publicly. I just did not want to do that. Nene then says that you should understand, you should get why I didn't want to have a public comment on my relationship with Wendy. And I'm like, that's a different thing. Like, that don't match. And Aaron's like, wait, what? Kim's like, what? Are you trying to compare Portia and Dennis's relationship to you and Wendy Williams? Girl, that don't compare. That don't compare. No, that's not what I meant. But that's what you said. That's what you said. And you say, you know what, I'm confused too. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you and Candy have been feuding or whatever. And I did see how you went on your little live and everything, you know what I'm saying, and was commenting about Candy and all her spinoffs. No, I was not talking about Candy. I was on my personal YouTube page or whatever, and I was not talking about Candy. Okay, well, Candy then said, well, who were you talking about if it wasn't about me? I don't have to tell you, and I don't have to answer you. You get your smoke somewhere else, okay? Go ahead, you ain't about to run from Candy. No one got to run from you, Candy. Learn from the lunchbox. I'm like, learn from the lunch. What does that mean? Did somebody take her money? I don't think they did or whatever. You know what? You don't ever answer stuff because you not keeping it real, Nene. You know what I'm saying? I say whatever to your face, whatever. Answer the question, Nene. Answer the question. Bitch, go hide in a lunchbox. I'm like, this is really getting weird. What's up with the lunchbox shit? I don't know. But I mean, if you're going to tell me to learn from a lunchbox, I think I would tell you to go, bitch, go hide in one, okay? So Candy brings up how, well, me and Nene was getting along all season, like we was fine or whatever. I was the one trying to help her be cool with people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She was talking about me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have an issue with me until Eva and Kenya. And as they was talking, because again, they were yelling to each other. But as they were talking, Andy then put them both on mute. So I don't know what she was gonna say. Okay. And then, so you know what? I just need one of y'all to explain, like, what's the issue. So Nene then say first, well, I feel like anytime something happens, they all take it to the next level. So I had texted Candy and told her I was not talking about her, but she still felt like I was. She's unforgettable. She's boring. She's unforgettable. I'm like, she don't even know that unforgettable means that no one forgets about Candy. And Eva then said, do you mean that she's forgettable or unforgettable? And Nene, in her words, she needs a dictionary. Whatever, you be quiet. You go back to LA and lick bottoms to stay on top. I'm like, licking bottoms down. Oh, okay. Anyway, they then mute Nene because again, it's a whole yelling fest. Candy then say, Nene, was saying things about, people always getting spinoffs, and she was saying it at a time to where they were starting production on Candy's new spinoff, okay? And that's why she assumed, and that's why she knew or thought, however you want to feel about it, that Nene was talking about her. Because again, each season, Candy has some kind of spinoff or whatever. Now, whatever, bye forgettable. They're going to forget about you tomorrow. Bye forgettable. Whatever, bitch. I'm everywhere, bitch. You knew me before the show, bitch. I'm saying you have been singing my songs for years. I have video of you singing my songs. I'm embedded in your motherfucking brain, bitch. I said, oh, okay. It was a whole thing. I do feel like Nene really acts like Candy is not Candy Birds. Candy Birds was Candy Birds before Nene was Nene. At the end of the day, when season 1 of Housewives came on, we already knew Candy. The show got more popular once Candy came on the show. I really feel like Nene act like she carried the show on her own back for all these years because she was just so entertaining. They all were. They all have had drama and issues. Again, I say this every time. It is an ensemble cast. Nene seems to be the only one who assumes that she is the end all be all of the show. And she ain't, okay? Now again, they quiet everybody down. We then about to get on Cynthia and Kenya. You know, we know that Kenya had been very shady towards Cynthia, okay? So I was happy to see this. Okay, we see the old footage playing. Now after the old footage is playing, Nene is, they are some haters, okay? They are all they just some haters. I can't stand them. This is crazy. What would they do if I wasn't here, okay? Who would they talk to? I just cannot. And she then closes her laptop. But no one realizes that Nene has closed her laptop and possibly walked away. And then ended and say, what? Are you serious? I think we lost Nene. And they're like, what? Nene down. And it goes off. If Nene left the show, cool. I think Nene acts like every season there isn't someone who gets the brunt of the attack. Every season is usually one or two people. This season is really her and Kenya. I think she just doesn't want it to be just her. But I don't think it's any different than, any other season of Reunion where there's one person who's getting all the heat for their bullshit. Nene is at odds with half of the cast. She is. She's at odds with half of the cast. I mean, I don't know. We have to wait till part 3 that comes on next week. And we do see that Yvonne will make an appearance, but we shall see how that goes. Anyway, I am done for this reunion. I hope y'all guys enjoyed. Do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. To follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And until next time, people, peace.